I love the delay. Okay, we are officially live.
Hi, everyone.
Hello. We already have Tia in the comments. Thank you, Tia, for being here. Although now it says 0, so I don't know if Tia's gone. Oh, no, it says we've got one. We've got Tia. Thanks for joining, Tia. I can't remember if oh, okay. I thought I put the video in I thought I put the video in the thing that they have in the Discord, but I just noticed it didn't pop up, so I'm gonna put that over there.
Okay. You can always throw it in
Uh,
self promo too, or something. I feel like people like put the links in.
but who's gonna know? Who's gonna know that we're streaming? This is my biggest fear. Oh, we've got two more people. Hello, Sarita.
And McKenna.
Hi, McKenna. I feel like I saw you in doing sprints earlier today. I'm like so bad with technology. I'm trying to figure out how I find the links to this video.
Oh, you're good. Do you want me to throw it in Discord, or you got it? I think
Yeah,
it's just
you
on the
could do it.
share. I'll find it. I'll pop it in the Discord in a few spots.
Much
Let's see.
appreciated.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Christina. Thanks for joining. We should drop the stream. Yeah, I should. I thought that I put it on the StreamYard. I'm gonna keep on saying StreamYard on the sheet, but maybe I didn't. I was like, oh, I had this plan for like since last month, but I might have forgotten something. But luckily, we have Evelyn sharing.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna throw it in the self promo and the live stream notifications just to.
Okay, so McKenna said I did. So, oh, you have the day off, so you're trying to be productive. Are you going to be doing? Oh no, you did. I saw you in doing the sprints. Are you doing writing sprints today, or are you just doing other productive type things, McKenna? Actually, what are all of you working on? I don't think I'll be writing, which is why it doesn't say writing sprints. I don't know if you can even see the background, but it says productivity sprints because I will be doing some beta reading today.
Oh, nice.
Oh, McKenna, you're going to be writing. What project are you working on?
By the way, I just have to say, on the topic of McKenna, okay, I was in Miley's like story time this past Saturday.
I missed the last one.
It was so good, and McKenna's story was so good. And then McKenna was telling it. No, it's all good, McKenna. And then McKenna was like telling us a little bit about like her life at the moment, and I was like, okay, I definitely have a story on the back burner that, like, when I write it, I really want McKenna to beta read it because I think McKenna would be like the perfect fit based on some of the stuff she shared in the story time hour or whatnot. And it was
Dang, I
so
missed some good
cool.
stuff, I feel. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
there were some good stories. I actually shared the first chapter of my whip, which I had never shared. I've never shared my writing with anyone. Like, aside from back in the day, I had like a story that I published on Patreon or whatever, but it was like a fan fiction type thing. But yeah, on a whim, like Miley was like, Evelyn, she was guilt tripping me, but in a good way. It was like, I see you're here. Do you want to share? Like, and so I sent it over, and I hadn't even reread it myself. It was just a first draft. Like, I had never gone back and reread it, threw it in, and it was so fun. Miley
Oh,
should definitely do audiobooks professionally. Like,
I know the last story time I went to, the one right before this one, it was just nice having this. It was like just listening. And I don't know if anyone else is like this, but I am not an audiobook person. But when Miley
ooh.
was doing the story times, like I felt like I was able to follow along with the story when I maybe it's because it was short and it was like different stories, but usually I can't follow along with like the regular audio narrators.
You know what? I think her voice is really unique too. Like,
Mm.
I was thinking about that as I was listening. I was like, I feel like her voice is very I don't want to say like neutral because that's not the word I'm looking for. I'm having a brain fart, but like sometimes when I listen to audiobooks, it's like I can tell it's a much older guy reading, and that's fine sometimes, but sometimes it kicks me out of it. And I feel like Miley has a good like voice that's like multifaceted, like she could read any story and make it sound good.
I think you missed it, but she read one of Saoirse's chapters, or two of Saoirse's chapters.
I did
and
miss
one
it.
of them, she used a British accent, like 2 or so different British accents, and she's just like, I didn't know they were British, and then she just like starts. I was just like, wow.
Oh my god. I love that. Yeah, I missed the first one that I went to was the one before this one, and I came in like at the very end because I also did not realize, again, I'm like new to Discord, right? So I didn't realize that when you go into the voice channel, it like blows up your profile picture and shows that you're there. So I came in, I was like, let me just see what this is about, And then it was like, Miley was like, I think I just happened to come in on like a break. But yeah, I was hooked pretty quickly, to be honest.
Yeah, I maybe one day I'll be brave enough to share, because they did reach out to me, like, oh, I can read your first chapter, and I was like, I felt so bad saying no, and I was like, no, crying face emoji, I'm too scared. But they were really nice about it. But and now that chapter is nowhere to be found because I've gotten rid of it. But
oh my gosh. No, you should definitely send it in though, because I was the same way. I got a lot of encouragement from everyone that was in there, and it was fine after.
Maybe in 2 more story times. Not the next one, but the one after.
Okay, I'm gonna hold you to that. I'm gonna remember that you said that.
Okay. If I know ahead of time that I might send something in, then I'll at least like check it for grammar issues so that it's like, because she also reads them cold. So if I have a bunch of grammar issues, I feel like that would just be frustrating to have to read.
Well, genuinely, I wrote like in this first draft, I'm not letting myself go back and reread anything. And so it was totally off the cuff, that first chapter. And when she read it, it sounded so good. Like, I think if you had grammar issues and stuff, they would just like pave over it very well,
Oh. Yeah, she's pretty good.
Yeah.
Ooh, let's see. I'll stop ignoring the chat for now. Experimenting with switching medieval to first instead of close third. Yeah, so I recently did that with one of my projects on this second draft. I wrote in third, but now I'm writing it in first. And I think I'm liking it better. It definitely is changing how I'm telling the story. And I think I like how I'm telling this better. I feel like recently I finished beta reading 2 stories yesterday, and then I was gonna finish a third. Oh my gosh,
I love that. That was great.
Is doing 2 is like,
it must
be
a peace sign thing.
Oh,
I don't know. That's all I can think of.
Okay. And then I was supposed to read a third thing, but then the person deleted the message that had the link, and I think I just waited too long to read that person's stuff, so I felt so bad. But that also just means I can just start on the 4th thing I need to beta read, and then I just have 1 more thing to beta read, and then I'm done for this month, and I'm not beta reading anything else until October. And for some reason, I already have 2 things to beta read for October.
Oh my gosh.
So
you're in demand.
I don't know. I keep on saying yes, or like offering, and people just have interesting stories, so I want to read them. It's rough though. Oh, gonna draft your fight scene. Oh, I remember you talking about a fight scene yesterday. Those seem so hard. So I'm just avoiding them, but I know it's relevant for one of my projects, so I need to kind of figure that out. See, McKenna gets it. Like, you want to read anything. Sometimes, like, you just want to read something.
Well, I will definitely be reaching out. It may not be for a long time because it's not. I mean, McKenna did, I think, say that she would read this story too after like my first chapter. So that's something to think about too. But I definitely think for this other project that I really love that's on the back burner, I definitely feel like McKenna would like click. I just have a theory, but we'll see.
That's so interesting. Oh, okay. I'm so excited. I need to know more about this project. Hi, CK. Oh, yeah. CK is one person I read for yesterday. Oh my gosh. Really, very fun. Very, very fun story. I don't know if fun is the right word. Well, I had fun reading it. It was, yeah.
An adventure.
It was an adventure. I really enjoyed it.
They gave you a shout out in the Discord. Did you see that?
It was so
nice. Sweet. I gave it a little
I'm
heart.
always so afraid about giving feedback to people, which is weird because I keep on offering. That like, oh, I don't want to be like mean or anything, but I don't know. So far, so good. Hello, Rye. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, Smiley, definitely great narrator. I think Beth said that she might do some narration as well for more mature stories, if you will.
Gotcha. Because yeah, I did read. I think Miley, when she was posting the date for the next one, put like you're not supposed to submit like super graphic, right? Like, yeah, which I totally get.
Yeah, definitely. Especially, I know not everyone is interested in those kind of things, but I'm always just nosy to see like, oh, I wonder what people are like writing, and like, I don't know. I just think it's interesting.
Definitely.
Yeah, I did too. I was away from home, which is very rare for me. So I'm hoping that I'll be home the next one that Miley does. Oh, yay, Sierra. Thanks for joining us. Also, in case you don't somehow know who Evelyn is, Evelyn, would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. My name is Evelyn. I am a little itty bitty creator on AuthorTube. I'm still fairly new. I want to say I started in like January or February posting AuthorTube stuff. Yeah, before that I did more like fan fiction like stuff. But yeah, I'm really loving the AuthorTube environment and the AuthorTube community, and I'm currently working on my first novel. I think I'm about like 45,000 words in. So I am going through it very slowly. But a large part of that is because I'm also a full-time student. I went back as like a much older student, and I'm double majoring in business and computer engineering. So I am kind of maxed out with that. And I do a lot of writing for school. So by the time I'm done, it's hard to like motivate, you know, but the live streams have been very helpful in carving out time for writing. So I'm hoping to get to do like a lot of these, you know, hopefully more with you, Ash, because I just so enjoy your company like so much. I was so happy when you reached out. So
I was so nervous. I was like, oh, what if Evelyn says no?
No, I don't know that well, okay, if I genuinely didn't have time, I would tell someone like because I don't want to like drag someone along, but I feel like I will do my best to join anyone, you know, that asks me. So because it's just so fun to meet other writers, you know, and like it's such a unique journey, I guess, that we're all on, that like only other writers can really get it, you know. Like I can geek out to you guys about outlining and character development and story progression and pacing and stuff, and I can't really, you know, as much as I love my other friends, you know, you can only talk to them about that for so long, you know. So it's really nice to find people with common interests, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I'll talk to my partner and he's like, I don't know. Like, I know you don't know, but thanks for trying to listen. Aww. But yeah, some people just don't get it when you're just like when you have different interests. So yeah, so I love this space. Also, I don't know how it's already been 14 minutes. I feel like we just started, but okay.
I know,
right? Let's see. Tia with the 4K word chapter. I don't know if your current first chapter is the last first chapter that I read, But if it is, the beginning of what you shared, I thought was really gripping. So I would be keen to, I'm not offering to beta read. I know you told me not to anymore, Tia, but I'm just saying I would read your 4,000 word chapter. I do not think it's way too long. If you're saying things that need to be said, you know. Hi, Stu. Thanks for joining. Vibes. Yeah, I love the vibes of Miley Storytime. I'm assuming that's what you're talking about. Only sometimes. I think you got the best out of me, CK. The last person I beta read for, they're probably thinking you are not helpful. You said like 2 things. So
I'm sure they're not thinking that. I'm sure you're being hard on yourself.
No, because I literally said 2 things. So I don't think it was helpful. But sometimes that's how it goes. Sometimes Stu says things, and I don't know. I think she has ulterior motives. I don't believe when she says nice things to me. We have, I don't know. I feel like she's messing with me.
I don't think so.
You don't know Stu the way I know Stu.
True. But you are really nice, so I feel like this point is spot on.
I feel like I'm not nice to Stu sometimes.
Well, you know, good friends know when they can be a little harsh. It's good to like
great.
sprinkle some other stuff in there.
Yeah, I just gotta give Stu some inspiration for her projects. Because I was reading one of her romance, and I identify as one of her characters very, very hardly. At first, I didn't like this character, but this character is growing on me as the story went on, and so now I identify as this character, and I need to give her some motivation, some inspiration for this character. I feel. Nice. Yeah, I thought it was a really fun call. Like I don't want to say I've never felt like I've had the space to really voice how I feel about someone's story after beta reading in the way that I did. And I liked the questions. I feel like CK was so professional, like almost as if they've written multiple books before. They've gone through other beta processes, but I felt like it was really, I was able to get out a lot of how I was feeling because they had such good questions. So I feel like that's also part of getting good feedback is like knowing the questions to ask as well.
True.
And yeah, Heretics wasn't a fun book, but I had fun reading it. Like the things that were happening were not fun for the characters. But it was fun to read. Oh my gosh. Giving feedback is worse than getting. Ooh. I feel like it depends on if you're afraid of hurting someone's feelings. I mean, not that you can't be nice even if you don't like something, but I feel like you just always have that fear of what if I said something that maybe like wasn't in the best way or something. Have you done a lot of beta reading?
I have never beta read. And I really would like to at some point. I actually so the last video I saw of yours, Ash, you were talking about your project, and it's like Frankenstein-esque, right? Where she's building her perfect boyfriend or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think at that point you had done your first chapter, and you were like, in the video, you were like, yeah, I'm thinking about maybe asking some people to beta read. And I almost was going to say something, but the only reason I didn't was because I've heard, and I'm kind of taking this approach too, right? Is like, you're supposed to have people that write in your same genre, like read your stuff. And to be honest, I don't read any like horror or thriller or like any. And so I knew I was like, I could give good vibes and be like, this is incredible, but I wouldn't be able to give any like constructive, probably feedback, you know?
I feel that. I definitely gave my product to people who don't read horror. In some of the comments, I was just like, that is not helpful. Stu, I'm looking at you. She knows what she said. But
some people say it's good to like branch out, but other people, I've heard a lot of people say you should like try to find someone who, like writes the same type of stories as you. And I feel like I tend to live in fantasy kind of like that, you know? So if you ever need a hype girl reader to just hype you up, like I'll hype you up, you
I
know.
mean, I could always use I
Yeah. So I'm here for that. But yeah, I still am waiting for like the right, I guess, opportunity to beta read or like to connect with the, I don't know. I also, no one's asked me, so it's not like I'm turning down opportunities, but it's something
sometimes
I
I
would.
just lurk in the alpha beta readers and I'll like offer like no one's asked me. I just offer myself.
Yeah, I need to probably lurk. I mean, part of it too for me is just time. I feel like very short on time sometimes, but I would love to do like if it was just a chapter or two or something at a time. You know how some people send like a chapter at a time and stuff. Like I think that'd be cool. Um, so like just saying, I just saw the most recent comment, so I'm not gonna like jump, but I just saw that Saoirse said um that she'd be willing to like have me as a beta reader, like that I'd be into. If it's romantasy, I'd be into
I was
that.
actually gonna say you would probably like to read for Saoirse then because she's writing in that genre.
Okay. Yeah, and see that's what I've been kind of like on AuthorTube trying to note like who might be good when I reach that point too to like trade with. But it's hard to really tell because people are just like myself too, like we're kind of a lot of people are kind of private about how much they share about their actual story. So it's hard to gauge, right? Like how
Yeah.
much you align. But yeah. But it's something I would love to do at some point. So
Yeah, in terms of
yeah.
genre, I think then you and Saoirse. I don't know other people that write romantasy. I mean, obviously there are others, but I just don't know of who they are.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, you feel confident giving feedback now, but you feel worse because you don't want to lecture someone on how to write their book. Yeah. And then like CK said, there's definitely a way to give feedback that's not prescriptive, but still helpful. And so sometimes if I am doing inline comments or something, I don't always hit enter. I kind of sometimes read over my comment again and ask myself, is that me putting my own writing style into this comment? Or is this something that they can take the feedback and be able to apply in their own way because I'm not trying to be very like prescriptive with it. I don't think that all the time because usually I do like just reaction feedback. But like today I was beta reading for someone and I almost did like a line edit and I'm like, no, that's not what she wants. So this is not going to be a helpful comment because she knows already that she needs to line edit. So me just pointing this out is not part of the feedback that's going to be helpful to her in this moment.
That's probably part of what makes you such a good beta reader is knowing like what to chime in on what not to. Like, and I feel like that would be really hard if the person sending it to you doesn't explicitly say like, okay, I want you to touch on like character arcs or, the points in the story that would kick you out, like any moments that would kick you out of the story. That sort of thing, or like plot holes. Like if you didn't have those things to go off of, I think it'd be hard to know.
Oh, I always ask. I'm like, or I say like, hey, this is the kind of feedback you're going to get from me unless you tell me that you want something else. At least, I mean, I'm not the best beta reader, definitely, but I feel like the more I have beta read, the more I feel like I'm able to articulate better, like what I can offer, if like, or if I can even offer what the person's looking for, if that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely.
But then also, I just want to read all the stories. Stu, I don't know what I mean, to be honest. I'm kind of behind in chat, so I don't know. Whenever I give prescriptive feedback, I disclaimer like, yeah, I think if you're also aware that you're doing it, and so it's like, hey, I know that this is prescriptive, but just here's my thought. At least like you're being aware of that, and they know that you know. So I think that's helpful. And then we know T is a masochist. As soon as I get to the bottom, we're gonna do our first sprint. So while I'm rushing, oh my God, oh, that went down a bit further than I thought. While I'm rushing to the bottom, if you all want to put in some numbers for how long you want this first sprint to be, and then when I get to the bottom, which will hopefully be in like a minute, we'll do a sprint. We'll actually be productive. I meant to do this like at least 17 minutes ago, so my bad, guys. I read that his ash is sweaty. I was like, I took a shower. I don't think I'm sweaty. Well, like, oh, it's 2 E's. Oh, Stu. It's just what I mean about Stu. I don't know if that's a compliment. You always do your best, whatever this is in response to. I believe you're doing your best, CK. Annie, hello. It is 9:30 in the morning for you.
Wow.
I don't know if you're actually up for the day or if you were just doing a quick peek in. Yeah. Heretics is a bit traumatic for like what the characters go through, but I thought it was very, when something's like bad, but not bad, that's the wrong word. When something bad is happening, but it's done in an interesting way.
Yeah. Pretty much all of Game of Thrones. It's like,
yeah.
Horrible things happening, but it's grips you.
Ooh, CK has some stuff.
Yeah,
I know.
definitely.
Yeah, CK and I were talking about like the romantasy a bit yesterday, so there might be some good stuff. Especially like some like shorter chapters, like you said. I think it's nice when people are like, "Oh, I have a chapter."
Yeah. And I think right now, like with me with school, that's what I would like be committing to. Like I could do a chapter at a time, it'd be hard for me to take on like a full book right now because I just wouldn't want to commit to that and then let someone down. I want to be transparent. I don't want to but definitely a chapter at a time. I feel like I could do that. I could hang with that.
Yeah, that's probably a lot easier for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know it was a joke. so Stu, and I said this in my video, I gave Stu and some other people my horror story, my no spice horror story, and Stu's suggestion was that I make it horror smut.
Gotcha.
And I was like, Stu, that's not the vibes. That's not the vibes. And especially because the first chapter or the chapter I sent her was like, this man's like skin is peeling off. And your first thought was, oh, that should be a smut. So
listen, some of these smut books get crazy. Okay. I'm just saying. There's some crazy stuff happening in these books, so.
Yeah, that's true.
I get it a little bit, Stu.
Just a little.
Just a little bit.
Any thoughts on genre blending books? So like fantasy romance, you mean? Or I don't know, romance and sci-fi? Is that what you mean, Sarita? That was like 20 hours ago that you made that comment, but is that what you meant? Hello, glad to see you here.
Yeah, I definitely feel like Saoirse should connect with me. And CK too. I feel like CK would be a good person for me to practice with too. Because I feel like CK would tell me straight up if my advice wasn't good. Like in a good way though. Like wouldn't be afraid to tell me, okay, for future beta reading, like maybe don't do this. I feel comfortable enough with them that they could, give me that constructive feedback.
So. And that's also part of it. It's like just feeling comfortable as well. Like there's definitely some people I beta read for in the past few months where I wish I could go back and beta read for them again because I feel like now I would give them better feedback than what I did initially. But oh well. Anyone read dark fantasy romance? Saoirse's your girl too, I'm pretty sure. Beta reading is very scary, but yeah, if it's something you want to do, definitely dive in. I love your videos though. Sometimes you have just like this chaotic energy and I'm just like here for it. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so romantasy. Yeah, so we talked about that on the call. So definitely hit up CK if you're interested in well, you said you were. So if you're interested in beta reading.
I would like to dip my toe in the water, as it were, right? Like I'd like to try it and see if I'm any good at it. I can't promise that I'd be any good at it, but I'd like to try. And I feel like that's a good way to like mesh within the community, is to like read everyone's work, and get to know each other better that way. So yeah, I'd like to try.
I'm gonna skip like 50 comments.
Yeah, sorry, Ash. I feel like I talked to you a lot up front. Like we were gabbing, and so I totally held you up.
No, you're fine. I love talking to people, especially when we're doing streams. Let's see. And then I like blank on how to read for a second. Okay. when you offer to beta read, you ask if there's anything in particular. Yeah, like just kind of asking, what do you want from this? Um, you just want to read, okay, dark fantasy romance. Okay, let's connect in the comments. What do you write and what are you looking for? Find some people
Mm-hmm.
that beta readers, alpha readers, ARC readers, if you're getting close to publishing, if you're doing self publishing, traditional, I don't know. But we will do a sprint. I said it was going to be in like a minute. That was 5 minutes ago. I swear. We're going to do 35 because I see 25, 35. And for those of you that want it shorter, just don't start until there's 10 minutes passed. No doom today.
Yeah, no
That could
beef.
happen on Thursday, not on Evelyn's stream. So
Yeah, could happen. We'll see.
I'm
I don't
hoping, I'm
know.
waiting for a doom. Apparently, I think I might have misunderstood this, so someone correct me if I'm wrong, but are people saying Ian is mean with his feedback? Is that what people are saying? I can't find the comment now.
I think he himself has said, like, I'm not I think he said, and I quote, I'm not a cheerleader. Like, I'm there to, help you. So, which I think is a good thing. Yeah.
So if you ever get Ian to beta read for you, get a hype person as well. That way you can balance it out. But yeah, I
Yes.
think if it's genuinely honest feedback that's going to be helpful, then I think
Mm-hmm.
that's great. But okay. Ooh, beta reading for Cody. Everyone else's comments go one way, and I'm like, well,
Ooh.
actually, this sucks. No. Oh, yes, see, people are getting connected. Sarita, J.M. Hollis. Okay. I've talked enough. We will do a touch of talking after the first sprint. We want to do two good ones. And I was hoping, oh, if I do a stream with Evelyn, like she's so productive, like I'm gonna be so productive. But somehow I managed to still mess that up. Okay.
You're doing great. I'm here for the chatting personally, so you're all good.
That's next week, which I'm so excited about, but we could talk more about that after. Um, so we'll ease in. We're doing a 35-minute sprint that can be eating, writing, reading, whatever you need to do, and whatever it is, I hope you feel good about it. I am starting it now. I think. Okay, there we go. gosh. That timer caught me off guard. It's like there's no way 35 minutes just passed.
Yeah. That
But
flew, honestly.
it really did. Oh my gosh. What did you get done during that sprint?
I'm trying to find where I started. I will say during this scene I'm in now, my characters are actually rock climbing. And so I've had to do a lot of research into that. And so I was doing some research during that sprint, like just looking up terms for the different tools that they use while climbing. But I'm trying to see where I started so I can give you a word count. But I am a notoriously slow writer too, so it won't be super high. Okay, I found it. It's not going to be much. 275 words. So,
but that's 275 words you did not have before. So
very true. So that is true. How did it go for you, Ash, in your beta reading?
I'm reading. So I just started reading this earlier today, and so I'm not very far in it, but I didn't realize it was going to be so short. It's only 84,000 words.
Is that short?
Yeah. It's pretty short. I mean, like, relatively speaking, like if I wasn't doing beta reading and it was just a book, I would finish that like in a day, or if I'm working in like 2 days. I'm not a fast reader, but I don't mind sitting on the couch reading for a long period of time. So like some people are like, oh, you read really fast. I don't. I just read really long.
Gotcha.
But it's pretty good so far. I don't really know what's going on, but there's a prologue. So I feel like the prologue is like hinting at what the story is going to be about and like this adventure that needs to happen. So I'm excited to get there and see what the story is all about. But in the chat, let us know. And I know we get some friends joining us during that sprint. Tiara, I think I've seen you talk about horror before. I think you like horror, right? I think you're doing a screenplay, at least the last time I heard you mention it. Let me know if you're still working on that. Brooke was here. Or is here, maybe?
Hopefully she might still be here.
Ooh. I never know like timing for people. Like, is it too late? Oh, Margot's here, got home from work, ready to yap. We yapped a bit too much in the beginning.
There's no such thing as too much.
Yeah, it was fun. I had a good time.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. No, I was thinking today was Wednesday for a second. Because I'm like, doesn't Belle do Wednesday morning? And I'm like, did I miss it? I was like gonna try to go this week, but it's Monday. I already don't know what the day is.
Yeah. I don't believe you.
Kara might be gone, but thanks for popping in to say hello.
Love Kara.
Yeah, I recently found her channel because of you. I think you mentioned them in one of your streams.
Or maybe we're streaming together on. She's gonna stream with. Yeah, we're streaming together on Thursday. I think it's gonna be Kara, Hannah, and Charlie and I.
Ooh, that's a fun lineup. Yeah. I found out of her because of you, and I was like, oh, this is like, it's always fun to like find new people. There's so many author tubers, and sometimes I'm like surprised when I'm like, how do I not know this person? Or how have I not found this person already?
Yeah, definitely. Well, I heard about her I saw her on Instagram first, and then I think Taylor like actually recommended her, and so that's what got me to check her out. So it's crazy, right? How AuthorTube, how that works. It's like a domino effect,
That's cool.
But yeah.
Ooh, rock climbing. Oh, I do not rock climb, but CK rock climbs. Maybe they know.
I don't rock climb either. Like I know nothing about. I've done some deep dives online, but yeah, It's just for like one scene. Well, it'll be for more than one scene, but still, yeah.
Oh, okay. I always like looking up things, and it's like, am I ever going to use this besides this one particular instance? But I feel like writers are also researchers, right?
Definitely, I think so, for sure.
Yeah, I felt like it went so fast. I know you like longer sprints, don't you, usually, Christina? But 20 minutes, good. Hopefully you get some writing done in that time. Ooh, so by almost done prepping your manuscripts here, do you mean you're completely done with line edits now, or what else do you need to do? Finishing up your zero draft. Ooh, is this for Project Ribbon, or are you back to Project Acceptance or another project maybe? McKenna got 356. Nice. You posted a video on your channel, Beth. I feel like you just posted a video and I haven't watched it yet, unless like magically a week has gone by and time is going by so fast. But I haven't watched your last video, but I feel like it just got posted. But I could also just be remembering wrong. But I always enjoy your gameplay clips in your video, so I'm excited to see what you're playing now. Ooh, decided to do edits for chapter 1, Sarita. You want to get feedback on your act 1. So are you sending out all of your act 1 to people? Or are you sending out like other parts of it? So like, I guess in general, you're just doing like a partial, maybe? Stu did some beta reading. I'm so curious. I want to know what everyone's beta reading right now.
I know. I'm kind of curious too. I want to know. Like, yeah, for sure.
Like, what if I'm beta reading the same thing as other people? Like, I can't be the only person beta reading this, but I mean, I doubt I am, but I wonder who else is. Ooh, yeah, moving Scrivener files. I spend more time sometimes trying to organize things than actually writing sometimes. Well, you got the first beat of the fight done. How much fight do you think you have left? Okay, so you are working on the screenplay. Okay. Writing fanfics with the characters because of, I'm curious to know what fanfic. We were both in Alyssa's stream this morning.
Oh, wow.
So she does have streams on Monday? Oh my gosh, I feel like I thought it was Wednesday.
Yeah, I think Alyssa
In the book.
switches every once in a while. Like,
I think that there's so many. Oh, that's right. I'm also saying Belle's name wrong because I remember it's not Alyssa. But when I see Alyssa or this spelling, for some reason,
Alyssa in the books because I was like, I think she was live this morning, but
yeah,
I could be wrong.
There's like 3 people with the same like spelled name, but yeah, so that makes sense. I did see the notification for Alyssa in the book stream, and I was going to go to it, but then I went to sleep instead because I think it's around 11:30 p.m. for me when the stream is.
Yeah, I always miss Alyssa in the books when she streams in the morning. Like, I really need to try and be better. But yeah, I think that was Monday morning.
Okay, that makes sense then. I was like, I thought it was Wednesdays, but okay, it's just different person.
The days blend together.
They really do at this point. Not done with line edits yet. Keeping an eye out for more changes as you read through. Okay. Okay, it was okay. So I'm not crazy. You did post a video recently. I'm like, there's no way it's been a whole week since your last video. But no vlog this week. Oh, you're starting the 185 challenge. I remember you said that you were going to start in July instead. Okay. Cool to see that you started. I'm excited to see how it goes for you. I know everyone's been doing either 75 hard/medium/soft and the 185 insane, and like kind of doing slightly different rules based on goals and stuff. So curious to see what your goals are for 185 insane. Have you done any of these challenges or started any of these challenges?
No, I've like briefly looked into the 75 hard thing, but I gotta tell you, like, I just can't commit to, and that's horrible. I really should, but I'm like, I cannot commit to a challenge right now. Like, I just know school takes up a lot of my time, and then I have a life. Like, I'm not saying other people don't, because they totally do, but I just know for me, like, it would never work. I would overload myself and overcommit myself, and then I'd have like a mental breakdown.
Yeah, it's
So,
not worth it. Yeah,
yeah,
if you feel like it's gonna be more detrimental than helpful, like I think for some people it can be motivating depending on other things that are going on.
yeah.
But sometimes it just makes you go in the opposite direction and you
Yeah,
get
I feel
less
like
done.
maybe I would try it for like a different book too, like, and not this one. Like, if I was doing one that felt a little more like for fun, like more of a casual, I don't know. I feel like I have so many things that I try to fit into this book that I don't know. I think I would need like a more fun project to do that with, I guess, is what I'm saying. Like a more
Yeah,
laid back.
no, I agree. And for me, I also think if you're starting a challenge with a new project, then maybe that could also bring different vibes to how you're feeling about it. But if you're kind of like in the middle of a project, at least for me, I feel like I obviously need to get it done, but I might also be a little burnt out from that project because I've already spent so much time with it. So then, like, pushing myself to do even more. Um, but I don't know. Maybe I'll do 75. I keep on saying I'm going to do it, but then I don't. But maybe I'll
Well,
try
no
that.
judgment here. You know, if you do it, I'll look forward to like hearing how you like it. But
Maybe I'll do
yeah,
like 30 soft, just like
yeah.
1 month, see
There
how
you
hard I
go.
can go.
What's wrong with that?
We'll
There's
start
nothing
a new
wrong with that.
challenge.
Yeah.
I love how Stu is reading for Margot, and Margot is reading for Stu.
Oh,
And I think both books are giving very different vibes. I have no idea. Well, I have not. Well, I've read the first 2 chapters of Margot's, but I haven't read the whole thing. And I'm pretty sure the first 2 chapters are different than what other people have now. But I'm very curious to hear what Margot thinks because I think Stu gave her a more updated version than what I got. So, but it's always fun to just like chat about the stories that we're reading, I think.
yeah.
You're also going to send out, or you're thinking maybe sending out Act One for feedback before sending off others. I like sending things out in parts.
I thought about doing that. That's like part of why I wrote out a whole schedule for myself, because I wanted to see what it would be like. Because after Brielle's video where she like crashed out, it's like an older video now, but and I'm not saying that she said that. She called it like a crash out in her
Oh,
video.
no, no, I know exactly
So
what video you're
I want to
talking
make sure
about.
everyone knows, like, I'm not, throwing shade. She called it that. But after that video, I started to get really kind of paranoid about my story, and I was like, crap, should I like reach the halfway point and then go back and revise the first half and then like share it with someone instead of writing the whole thing in one go without sharing it. But I think now I'm back to where I was, where I think I'm going to finish the whole first draft and then like do a second draft and then share it with people. But I don't
That's what
know.
I'm doing.
Is that what you're doing? Like, I was going to ask, what's your opinion on that? Like, how early do you share your work with people? Like,
So up until recently, I never shared anything with anyone. I mean, I've shared out my first chapter because I did. I have technically written a first chapter or a first draft. It was only 25,000 words for my novella, and then I sent out the first chapter because I knew the vibes were not what I wanted it to be. So I wanted
gotcha.
feedback on it before just going into a rewrite because I kind of wanted to try to tighten up the vibe a bit more, even if obviously the prose and the events that happened in the first chapter might change. They're actually very different now, but the tone now is still the same as what I decided that I wanted it to be after I got feedback. And
Gotcha.
so that's helping me write the rest of my draft. And then I'm sending out the entire draft in a couple months, hopefully.
Nice. I believe in you.
I think I'm nervous, but we'll see. Um, Thinking of getting feedback on first act while finishing draft one. thinking can help you figure out if there's anything I'm not considering including or explaining. Or yeah, it's kind of like me. Like I sent out part of it just to try to get certain things solidified that I think are helping me with my next draft. Playing Barbies with your main characters, but you've been super burnt out, can't work on your main project, it's too overwhelming. So vignettes and fanfics it is. Yeah, I think it's interesting when we get burnt out from a particular project, but then we still need or want to be writing something. And so we just pivot. I think Margot was talking about this in the Discord, like her very cool schedule for like a 3 weeks on, 1 week off kind of thing with her projects, which I think kind of seems like it would help with burnout a bit.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh, you had to bully Stu into giving her giving you her story. Oh yeah, afraid. Oh, for doing the challenge. I think I remember you saying that, Christine. Like you don't want to do those kind of challenges. Totally do not blame you.
Yeah, me neither.
I love that you were productive while we yapped, Saoirse. I'm proud of you. Okay, I'm almost to the bottom of these comments, and then we can jump right into another sprint. So get your times that you would like to do some sprints in there. We can do 35, we can do 2 hours, we can do 5 hours. We're not going that long.
If someone's doing a 5 hour, you're dead to me. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my gosh. No, you would be banned. You'd be banned.
You'd be banned.
Maybe we all just do like a chill challenge. It's like we can come up with a challenge that is, I think, well, actual heart breathings. If any of you follow her channel, she's a big channel, so you probably do. How currently she's doing the rough draft challenge, but there's different tiers, so you can do as low as, I don't know, like 25K or less, up to 100K. But then there's like a custom tier where you can set your own word count or set your own amount of hours you want to work. And I know in previous videos she said you can even not do writing. It can be setting some other kind of goal that you really want to focus on in July. So maybe if you all are interested in a challenge, doing the Heart Breathings Rough Draft Challenge might be more your speed because it's more customizable. It's not like everyone has to do the same thing. That might not be feasible for everyone. I know a few of you are doing that. I'm doing it.
Oh, cool.
Which I forgot until this very moment. So yeah, Saoirse, not Saoirse, Margot and Stu's stories are both very different vibes.
Gotcha.
Stu's story is a mess, but like in a great way. It was such a fun read.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was a really good 0 draft. Like I still can't believe that when I read it, it was a 0 draft. I thought it was like a really polished 0 draft, in my opinion.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
But Stu doesn't believe it for some reason, for some silly reason. Oh gosh, Margot, not the wine emoji. Oh no. If you
what
know,
is this
you know.
mean?
I cannot say on stream.
On air. Yeah, I'm just curious, but that's okay. I'll get the tea later from someone in Discord. I'm sure I'll get the tea.
Yeah, Margot agrees. It didn't feel like a 0 draft. And I know the version you have, Margot, she's added more, but I generally don't feel like it felt like a 0 draft. Oh my God. Ari, hello. Thanks for joining. You joined at the right time. If you plan on sprinting, we were just about to jump into a sprint, but if you're just stopping by as well, just thanks for popping in. So we've gotten mostly 45s, a couple 30s. How about can you do 40 or would you want to do less?
Oh, no, I'm good with whatever. I was going to be like, I can do a 45er if,
if you can do a 45. Like how CK comes back in with the 25. We shouldn't sprint.
I'm good with whatever. If you want to like, accommodate some of the people that want the lower times and do like a 40, that's fine. We could shave
No
time.
accommodation. No, that'd be 40. I know CK does prefer like the shorter sprints,
We
which
could
is
do a
great that we
40.
have the shorter sprint. But it's funny that you say you don't want to sprint, you want to keep yapping when I feel like every other stream you're like, are we gonna do another sprint? Because we yaps way too much sometimes. Um if we do 40 plus, Margot's gonna finish Stu's book. Imagine that being so
Well,
fun.
there you go. I feel like our decision is made. I don't
CK,
know.
honestly, for focusing, if I feel like a sprint is too long, I usually don't start my sprint until a little bit in. And I might get up, stretch my legs, get some water, get some snacks, get real comfortable. And by the time I do that, a good 10 to 15 minutes has passed. And then it's like the actual shorter time that I would like. I don't know if that works for other people that are in longer sprints, like to kind of do something else for like a little bit so that you're only writing for a time that you feel better in. But that's usually what works for me. Like if some people do hour-long sprints and I'm like, I couldn't focus that long, I just get over it, to be
Yeah,
honest.
that's fair.
I get,
That's fair.
but but yeah, that's where does it matter if it's your special interest. For some people, it's just like, yeah, it could be hard to focus. But if we're feeling good with 40 and some of you don't want to do 40, how about get some snacks? I don't know if it's time for snacks for you all, but I know as soon as I start the timer, I'm going to get up for about 5 minutes, get some good things to eat on, probably make lunch, and then write. I will put 40 on the
Yes.
timer.
Let's do it.
Sarita loves snacks. Me too. You need to come back to New Zealand and we could have some New Zealand snacks. Um, yeah, I feel like when you're reading, I could focus on reading longer than I could focus on writing. Like I'll be on the couch all day, not moving, just like reading my book, but writing, it's a lot more brain power for me. Okay, I'm putting 40 on the timer. Let's see, is this gonna work? Okay, cool. And oh, I'm glad to know that you've got a stash of snacks now.
Nice.
And timer starting now.
Okay.
How did that go? I also feel like what was that 40 minutes? I also didn't feel like that was that long.
No.
But that could be
It,
because I was not productive. Well, I got like food and like did some cleaning and then I sat down to do some more reading. But
well, that's okay. It was still productive.
true.
That's all productive.
Did you get more words in this time? Or I know
I
you were looking up something before.
I was looking up some stuff again. But yeah, we're getting to a like not spicy, but I love me some yearning. Some
Oh,
like the good old fashioned yearning type stuff, and we're having one of those moments. So I'm in a good spot. But I'm trying to find like where I stopped last sprint. I really need to. I usually put in a line, and I didn't today. Let's see. Okay, I think I found where I was. That was better for me. I think I got 318. I'm
nice.
content with
Okay.
that, especially when I'm having to like research on top of it. So I'm good with that.
Yeah, sometimes it's like I'll just spend the whole 40 minutes researching. So the fact that you got words in, that's awesome.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, and then getting to a yearning part, I think it might have been Kara. I think it was her one of her videos I watched where she was talking like about there won't even be like there might not even be a kiss at the end of her book, like talking about like a very slow burn. I like a slow burn, but that is slow. But if the yearning, if the lead up is there, then I'm still here for it.
Listen, I watched all of Gilmore Girls and waited forever for Luke and
Oh
Lorelai. I
yeah.
can. It's like if it's a good enough couple, I love the like. Now, I will say in that show, I think they pushed it as far as humanly possible. But I'm just
Yeah.
saying. But I do love like a good, you know, yearning couple. Like the second season of Bridgerton is my favorite with Anthony. Like that's my
Oh.
favorite season of all because there's that like will they won't they for a lot of it.
I need to
Um,
watch Bridgerton season 2. I watched the first season, really liked it, and then just never went back to Netflix to watch the rest of
Girl,
it.
let me tell you, like, and the third season was like hit or miss for me. Like, it was okay, but it wasn't. I didn't love it. But the second season, I've rewatched it. It was that good. Like, the
Ooh.
romance is popping, in my opinion. That's a great
Okay.
yearning like
Okay.
show. But yeah,
Gonna
so
add this to my list of things I will eventually get to.
yeah, I know. I have a super long list too on my phone of like shows to watch that people recommend to me, but I feel like it's a great example of yearning.
I definitely could use work on studying them because studying yearning because I like a slow burn, but when I try to write it, it ends up being like 2 lines and then they've kissed, and I'm like, I somehow messed up and I don't know how to fix it.
I don't know. I think it's hard when you know what the end game is to like,
Yeah.
because you even as the author, you're like, but I want to see them get together. So it is painful to like drag it out. But honestly, like I love in my story, it's definitely going to be a slow burn between the main couple. Like, well, anyways, between a few people, but yeah, I'm a fan. I'm into it. So
Okay. Let's see. Oh, Marco, you finished Stu's book. We must discuss. Um, you can now join the club, and there's so much more than the wine scene. So much more. I hope you got the bonus scenes, and if you didn't, you should ask for them. Oh, you cooked 1.5 pizzas. Oh, and you played with 2 of your dogs. What pizzas did you get? Lately we've been getting cranberry and chicken pizza.
what the hell?
Yeah, which
Cranberry chicken. Is that
oh,
a
it's
New Zealand
cranberry
thing?
chicken and cream cheese.
Oh my god, I would get so sick. Like, I could not.
Like I
Oh my
never would have picked it out myself, but he's like, "Oh no, that's so good." And then we've been to multiple places that have that kind of pizza, so I think it might be a New Zealand thing,
yeah, I
but
feel
it's
like it
good.
must be because I've never heard of that. I mean, it's probably pretty good, and I do love cream cheese. It just makes me sick. I can't handle like anything with heavy cream. But that
Mhm.
sounds like quite a combination.
Worth it. Worth it. Ooh, Saoirse, you also had a pizza. What kind did you have? I know, right, 80? I feel like 40 minutes was not that long.
Mm-hmm.
But did I totally skip CK's message about messing around for? I feel like I did. I don't know. I don't know where it went. But I saw CK said that they spent like 22 minutes talking to their podcast partner, and
Oh,
then they were back for the last 18 minutes. Oh,
I
yeah,
saw
there we
that
go.
too. Yeah,
Like,
they
where
were
did it
like,
go?
I guess I need to write now.
But yeah, that's what I like about a long sprint, because you could get a couple things done.
Yeah, definitely.
Um, 60 words more than you had before. Hopefully they were words you feel are helping you understand your story more, which actually you have so many. Are you working on circus? Like, what are you working on? Ooh, make dinner. What are you having for dinner? Ooh, feedback from a critique partner. I don't know how I'm like missing all these other messages.
They're like flying in tonight, man. You've
Oh
got
my
a lot.
god. Uh, just a beta reading from Margot. Oh, I can't wait till I'm actually no, I can't wait till I'm beta reading. I can wait till October. I couldn't do any decent feedback if I had to do another one this month. But I'm very excited. Yeah, I feel like Margot just got Stu's story like yesterday, 2 days ago, and I'm already done.
Wow.
Um,
Respect.
Christina got 110 words in. Oh,
Nice.
level yearn. Yes. Yes, Margot, I feel that. Either like Margot recommended a couple novellas to me, and I read both of them like very fast, like in the same day.
Oh
And
wow.
then I read a full novella that Saoirse recommended the very next day.
Oh my gosh.
And then I took like a month to read the next book. Like I'll either read fast or like I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah, it is definitely a mood. Oh, for just 274 words is great for being distracted. Yeah, Tia. Ooh, Evelyn, I don't know what this is in response to.
I
Oh,
think
right,
it may be
because
about yearning.
oh,
Like,
I'm
yeah.
still mad about the end of Saoirse's project.
Yeah, I
But
definitely feel
like
like Saoirse and I need to connect.
it
Because,
is a slow burn.
oh, is it slow, like, over multiple books? Or, like, yeah.
I think so. I think that speculation.
Yeah.
Speculation.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I remember reading Saoirse say it's gonna be like, because we were, I think in one of the last streams we were talking about multiple, like a romance that goes over multiple books in a series instead
Hmm.
of having it just be like a standalone kind of romance
That's what
thing.
mine is too. So I definitely feel like Saoirse and I need to connect. Because,
Oh,
yeah, my
okay.
characters, I don't want to, I'll have to talk to Saoirse, like, off camera.
Yeah,
Yeah, I wonder if we
definitely.
have similar, yeah, I'll be curious to see.
Very, they hold hand. Yeah, I don't know about Tia's characters sometimes. Like I don't know where they stand. Like it's
Gotcha.
every time I hear something new about Tia's project, I just fear for her characters. Um
That's in
it
regard
was
to Bridgerton, I'm pretty sure.
okay. Oh,
And
it's the best one for sure. Okay, I wrote down Bridgerton season 2. I remember the first season, so I feel like I can just jump right in.
yeah, it's really good.
Hello, Laura. Thanks for joining. It's supposed to be a slow burn, but it's so hard. I think yours is a weird kind of slow burn. I still think it is a slow burn though, but I don't want to say anything on stream. But I think despite things that happen, it still would be a slow burn. I don't know. I need to look up the definition of a slow burn. Sometimes, God, what am I even talking
I feel
about?
like it's kind of subjective, honestly.
Yeah, that's true. Um, Oh, yes, kiss, kiss, kiss. Um, oh, what scenes are you thinking of cutting? Yeah, I agree. Even so, that's how I felt with my first draft, even though it's so different than what I'm currently writing. I felt like it's bringing me closer to what I want to write, even though my first draft is almost unusable. So
Yeah, I think I'm a big Brandon Sanderson fan, and he said one time on a podcast, he was like, people think that the book is the work of art, but you're actually the work of art. With each book you produce, like you're becoming like a more beautiful, pulled together work of art. And
I
that's
love
cool,
that.
you know?
I need to read Brian. Oh my gosh, I always want to call him Brian. I need to read some Brandon Sanderson books. I have Mistborn, and I started it, and I liked it, but I didn't finish. And I think that's the book club book again.
I saw it the sci-fi Discord. I was like, ooh, because I've only read the first. Okay, just to be clear, too, the only book I've ever read by him is the first Mistborn.
Okay.
I love his lecture series, and I watch all his podcasts. Or what is it called, Intentionally Blank, and everything. Like, I just think he gives a lot back to the writing community, and he's very like well spoken, and I feel like he explains things really well. So I love him as like an educator. But I also love Mistborn. I've listened to it twice on audiobook. I will say the narrator for that is so good. Like, I love those audiobooks. And I've gotten through like half of Elantris, which was one of his, I think that was the first book he ever sold. And that's really good. And I have started Way of Kings. But the problem is his books are, well, I shouldn't say the problem, right? But the problem with me is his books are so long. Like, the audiobook versions are like 45 hours sometimes. Like, they're really long. So I have the whole series of Mistborn, because every time I get it from the library, I can't finish it before I have to like return it, the second one. So I'm gonna read through them at some point. But yeah, you should definitely check out Mistborn though, because I can highly, highly recommend that.
I mean, what I've read so far, I actually really like. I don't remember why I stopped reading it, probably like kind of a mini slump, but I actually really liked it. So I definitely want to get back into it, but I somehow I'm doing another book club, and we're doing a romance book. So it's like I need to figure out how to prioritize reading.
Yeah,
like what I'm going to prioritize.
Between beta reading and that, you're doing a lot of reading.
I'm hoping I can finish beta reading one story before that book club starts on the 15th. And then I'll only have one thing to beta read and then one book to actually read. And I think that will be doable.
Yeah, that sounds smart.
So we'll see. Mad respect for authors that do slow burns. Yeah, same. I like reading them, but so far, not doing a good job. For your story, Tia, you feel the burn isn't burning enough? Okay, I don't know. Yes, cranberry and chicken and cream cheese. You can't forget the cream cheese, probably mixed with lots of sugar. It's not healthy, but it's so good.
But who cares? It doesn't need to be healthy. Life is short. I'm sorry. I don't, you know.
It's so good.
If I'm on the bus tomorrow, I'm going to be content having eaten my pizza, you know,
like it's my Friday night treat. Like we each get our own pizza. I think last weekend he was like, we should probably stop doing it. I'm like, we should, but are we going to?
Like, I'm telling you, the world is so crazy right now. Just find your pockets of joy where you can, you know? And if that's eating a whole pizza, like, eat the whole pizza.
Somehow it's the healthiest pizza in the whole supermarket, which like blows my mind because he's like, let's get a low-calorie pizza. And I'm like, I don't think it really matters at this point, but sure, we could see which pizza's the lowest calorie. Oh, it's the cranberry and chicken. That's the one that we're going to just keep getting. It's so funny. Oh, it's so good. I know it sounds bad. I personally would not have picked it. I only tried it because he said it's good. But yeah, I also would not have picked it myself. Like if I ever saw it in America, I never would have thought to give it a try. But I don't know. It's oh my gosh, I swear it's so good. See, pepperoni and cheese. That would be my classic go-to. Like, yes, that is what I personally would pick.
Yeah, same. I'm more of just a 3 cheese gal.
The last time we got, it was either 3 cheese or 4 cheese. The box was so deceiving. It didn't say what the 4 cheeses were, but one of them ended up being blue cheese.
Oh, How
And
was that experience?
we didn't finish the pizza. Like the cover didn't have like blue at all on it, but then you open the pizza and I'm like, oh, there must be mold on it. He's like, no, I think that's blue cheese.
Oh my
It was
god.
so bad. Anyways, but Sarita gets it. Sarita, do you like cranberry chicken and cream cheese on pizza? Because if you do, then
Oh.
I think this might actually be a New Zealand thing. Yeah, pepperoni. Day. Um, Pepperoni pizza seems to be the popular choice. Got distracted. Ooh, what distracted you, Stu? Oh, there was a cat outside. Did you get a photo? If you did, share it somewhere. If not, then you should have. Um, I think this is in reference to the pepperoni. Just having pepperoni on pizza. Oh, you're working on Circus. Oh wow. So you've written like a lot of words already today.
Yeah. Wow. Well done, CK.
Still fighting with the fight scene. Did you get another beat done, or are you still working on the previous one?
Yeah.
How am I 10 minutes behind the chat? Oh my god. Okay. I thought it was a lot closer. Sorry.
The people are chatting, you know? What can I say? People have a lot to say tonight, you know?
You could put Alfredo on pizza to you. Oh no, I don't think Sarita was here to ask me if she liked, or to answer if she liked
No.
cranberry on pizza. I'm gonna say for Sarita that she does indeed like it.
Look, we could put one person on that island with you. We'll just shuffle her right over there.
But when you try it, you might like it. I don't know.
Yeah, Saoirse, we have to connect. I feel like you and I are simpatico in our stories. Like, I'm not very far into mine. I'm only on chapter 10, but yeah, we definitely.
We've gotten a lot of words written for yours so far. 45.
Yeah, I think I'm over my. Like, technically, all my chapters in my outline were supposed to be between 3,000 and 4,000 words, and they're definitely not. They're over. So I need to, in revisions, I'll have to shave it down.
I remember you saying on your last stream or one of your last streams that, yeah, you're past the word count you wanted to be at for this scene. So now you think you have to extend how many words you think, not for the scene, but for this part of the book.
Like, I have a progress bar on my stream that tracks, you know, like how far I'm at in the book, but that's based on 100K, you know, final word count. But I will say I set that word count as my goal, knowing that I was probably going to go over that. Like, I'm hoping to end at no more than 120, because for fantasy, like 120, I feel like is still acceptable, you know, especially I'm self-publishing. Like, I'm not going to go trad. So it's not like I have to stay at a certain word count, but I feel like I'd like to be at a max of 120. So I have a bit of a cushion, but I definitely need to shave down. One of my chapters was twice as long as it was supposed to be once I wrote it out. So it needs to either be split or cut. Anyways, long story, but yeah, definitely Saoirse and I need to swap or something. I feel
we should definitely talk more about like as a whole, as the community, we should talk more about the genres. I know we do that when you enter the Discord, but I think it could be helpful to know genres other people are writing so that you kind of know who to look out for like ARC readers, beta, alpha readers.
Yeah, for sure. You know me, I love a good spreadsheet. I would love a spreadsheet with, like, you know, the different genres as columns that you could sign up for different columns or something. You know, like you could say, I'm willing to read, and put your name in the different columns that you're willing to beta read for or something. I don't know. That's very fancy, though. But you know me, I love a good spreadsheet.
I know someone else here who also likes a good spreadsheet. Now, I'm not telling anyone to do anything, of course. But I think that's a great idea for people that are interested in beta reading, but they want to be selective and make sure that they're either reading what they like and also getting readers that are like their ideal reader, just to get the most. I think on another stream, Saoirse was on talking about that as I think it was like Saoirse and AJ talking about getting feedback from people, and you said it, that actually read your genre. I think outside can be helpful as well, but really having readers that are your ideal reader would be really helpful.
Definitely.
Yeah, Tia, yes, that's it. It's the slow burn with the romance, but other things are not slow. Well, I don't know. I know certain scenes that happen in your book, but I don't know the order, so it's hard to say if it's slow or not. Do you already know though what scenes you want to cut? Or are you yeah, I'm just curious if you just know. Um
Ooh. Yeah, CK,
Ooh.
I think they told me they went to BYU or something, and I was like, okay, I'm so jealous. I'm dying. I literally looked up, so I'm nowhere near BYU, okay?
That's cool.
Nowhere near. But I am so into his like wisdom and stuff and his style. And as someone who writes fantasy, I no joke Googled like I don't know that I would move to take like the general class because he has that on YouTube, but he has this other special class that you have to apply to get into. And now they get so many applications. I think they do like a lottery. Like they still have people that review the entries, but then they do a lottery from those like papers or whatever. But you have to submit work and get picked and like get in the class. And I always said I was like, if I ever could like apply and get picked, I would literally move to like take his class just to have that because it's almost like a writing group with him. It's like really small. It's like 15 people or
That's
something.
so cool. Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember in his lectures him mentioning that he did teach a second class with a smaller group of students, and I'm like, oh, I'm sure there's a fight over
Yeah.
who gets selected there.
And I think
But
now they said, I saw something recently that said they're now trying to make it where they only have people in there that have already published at least like a couple books. And it doesn't mean they have to be great or anything. It's just you've already finished, completed, and published like one or two books.
well, I could do that. It won't
Yeah.
be good, but if that's the
I think they
requirement.
just want you to have like finished, but I
Yeah.
can't remember where I saw that. But yeah, I would genuinely move for that opportunity.
Yeah, because I feel like if you like the lectures, that like watching them on YouTube, then you'd probably really enjoy actually getting to be there and being the person that gets to ask the questions, and
Mm-hmm.
just have that actual in person. That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
Oh, Beth, so you've also just finished Mistborn and you're hooked. Yeah, I need to finish it, but I really liked what I was reading so far. It made me think of when I was younger, and I was reading a lot more fantasy that didn't seem to have romance in it. I have no idea
Yeah,
about
Mistborn
Mistborn,
has
but
light. Well, at least in
okay.
the first book, to me, it's very much like light, more yearning type stuff. It is much more,
Oh.
in my opinion, about like the world and like it's more of a heist novel.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Okay, I'm very excited for that then.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I think I did blame bottled water breaking her arm on me not finishing Mistborn. Or like I used it as a reason to not finish the book. Oh, I felt really bad. I'm glad that she is doing better, of course. But
Oh, gosh.
you didn't. How did you not realize? How did I not realize blue cheese was actually blue? Oh
Is it?
yeah, it is. It's
Oh, I didn't know that
disgusting.
either.
So like it's white, but it has like blue in it. It's not like it's not a solidly blue cheese. At least the ones that I've had, but it has blue like in the middle or like sprinkled in somehow. I like blue cheese with hot wings, but not on pizza. Um it's a imagine an is it a red sauce? Yeah, it's a red sauce.
Ooh.
I promise it's good. I promise.
I'm
Uh,
gonna Google blue cheese now. I want to see
yeah,
what it
the
looks
blue
like.
bits. Yeah, blue cheese is disgusting. That is disgusting. I'll eat blue cheese every once in a while, but yeah, I can't eat until I remember I'm eating yogurt. Oh
Oh,
no.
gross.
Yeah, imagine that on your pizza.
Yeah, no. No. No, thank you. Maybe if I was like starving on a desert island, but even
Even
then,
that,
I don't know.
of course. And then Ian popping in with Saint Egger. I don't know. Blue cheese
Now I
is the
gotta look this
best.
up too. Hold on. Let
Like
me.
I like a blue cheese. It just depends on what it's on.
Oh, it's a
Oh,
type of blue cheese. Oh, it's a type of blue cheese. I didn't know that. Okay, I didn't grasp that. Okay. I mean, it
Oh,
looks pretty. It's just got a lot more blue.
oh, I don't think I'll like that. I'll try it. You know what? If I could find some this weekend when I go grocery shopping, I will try it. I don't know if that's a thing that's common though, but of course, I knew when I was saying I know some people love a spreadsheet, I was thinking of CK. They taught me some really cool things in Google Sheets one time, and I absolutely like love Google Sheets now for
Yeah.
spreadsheets.
No, I'm obsessed. That's my whole outline. All my outlines are
Oh,
Google Sheets. My character sheet, my outline, I have a to be addressed for like plot holes and things I need to circle back to. It's all in Google Sheets. I love it.
oh, oh, okay. Oh,
Oh, CK's audit. Yeah, I just feel like something where we could like say if I don't even know how you would do it, but like because I'm sure people ebb and flow as far as like wanting to beta read, like or having availability, right, to beta read. But it'd kind of be cool if you could say like preferred genres if you were to beta read or something and just category.
yeah.
I don't know how you would do it. I'm sure CK could figure it out. If anyone can do it, CK can do it. But yeah.
Got a few spreadsheet lovers, so maybe it can be a group effort. And Tia and JM Hollis.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, and then figuring out subgenres.
See, that'd be cool. You could have like little drop down tiles, the little color coded drop down tiles within each
Ooh.
genre if they have subgenres where you could like specify. That'd be kind of cool. But yeah, that's very involved too. Oh, CK's talking about Brandon's class. That class I'm talking about.
So you gotta
that
get the
makes
lottery,
sense.
and then you get oh wow, and then you get selected from that.
Yeah, so that
It's hard
sucks. Like you could work really hard and produce a really great book and still not have a shot in hell for years of getting in there because you've got to wait and win the lottery.
Yeah, I could imagine, especially as people find out more about it and he becomes more popular, then it's just going to be harder and harder to get into.
Yeah, and he's getting bigger and bigger because he's like expanding he has a convention that I think he's expanding or thinking of expanding. He just put out a video. Like, yeah. So,
oh wow.
Yeah, he's going to keep growing.
I did see he put out a video, but I haven't watched it yet. I do also love cheese. Now that I think about it, I think the only time I have cheese is that once a week when I have pizza, but throughout the entire week, I actually stay pretty good with my no dairy, just so I can make my life a little bit easier.
That's smart.
I can't think about how I get. Yeah.
Valid.
I recently tried to make what kind of milk? Not almond milk. I think it was almond milk. No, it was oat milk. I tried to make oat milk. I did a terrible job. It was absolutely disgusting. I thought that maybe oat milk was just bad, and then I bought oat milk and that was good. So I realized I just can't make these things.
Yeah, it's hard.
CK spreadsheet. Yes, I could believe it.
Yeah.
Ooh, we can be vegan together. I mean, I'm not vegan, but I was. Maybe I'll go back to it. It was fun. It was a fun time.
Vegan is hard. I'm like vegetarian, but not on purpose. I was not vegetarian until I started working, and I worked in the music industry, and a lot of the people I worked with were like vegan. And so for work events and stuff, we always had to get vegan options, and they just slowly like wore me down, and it kind of has like held everywhere. I'm not vegan, but I am vegetarian. So if I go out to a restaurant and I like don't have an option to like, I don't know, like I'm not going to eat a salad at a restaurant. I'm sorry. If I'm going out to eat, I'm going to get like actual food. So
as you should.
As you should, right? So like if they don't have, like a vegetarian burger or whatever, I can eat a regular burger. It's not going to kill me. But like for my own food in my apartment, like it's all vegetarian.
Yeah, I used to be like that when I was vegetarian as well, and then I came to New Zealand, and then I started eating meat again.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'm like, dang, I was vegetarian for like, I don't know, over 13 years.
Wow, you had a good run. You were solid with it.
Since I was maybe 10.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 10 to 27. I don't know what number math is.
Was it an animal thing for you, like when you were little and you realized?
I just didn't
Good
like the taste of meat, but then as
Okay.
I got older, I realized it was because my mom was just a bad cook. Um, uh, so I just thought meat tasted bad. Like, Hamburger Helper.
Mhm.
So my mom like left it out all day, like
Oh,
on the
gotcha.
counter, and it went bad, but we still ate it. And so I just assumed that that's what meat tasted like. Like looking back, I know it went bad, but at the time I didn't. My
Right.
mom didn't realize either. She just, I don't know. So I was like, yeah, meat tastes terrible. I'm never eating it. Um, and that just kind of stuck with me until I came to New Zealand, pretty much.
Wow.
Margaret, are you vegan? Because I feel like you shared a recipe that had cheese in it, and I haven't tried it, but if it did not have cheese in it, I might try that. I don't know what this is in reference to. Hold on, I think I missed something.
Yeah, I think oh, I
Hold
think they
on.
mean where milk comes from, maybe, or something.
Oh, okay. Like what comes
That's what
from
Brooke
there?
means.
Okay. A lot of you have to refrigerate because of pasteurization. See, I don't know how any of this thing works.
There's
All I
a
know
lot of
is
discussion about milk. It has really popped off in the chat. People
it's like,
feel very strongly about milk.
what's everyone's favorite milk?
Chocolate
Not the
milk.
mom. Look, my mom is great, but you have to be honest with yourself. Like our moms cannot do all the things, and my mom
Yeah.
cannot do the cooking ever. Um, it's not great. That's all I want in life, Stu. I just want you to cook for me. Um, Pasteurization was done because they wanted to kill the bacteria. Okay, but it's how they clean the udders in the facility farm. Oh, so you drink it straight and then refrigerate to make it last long. Interesting. You're so interesting. Everyone's so interesting with the different things they do in their life. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, chickens.
That's
I tell my
horrible.
partner every so often what happens to chickens in America, and he just like looks at me like I'm a psycho. I'm like, well, I'm not the one doing it.
Yeah. No, it's ridiculous.
Oh, okay. I'll have to look at your recipe again then. Because I like how recipes screenshot. Like I've tried a few different recipes that people have shared in the Discord. Allie shared Allie shared a really good salsa recipe that I had to make some adjustments to because New Zealand does not have like things to make Mexican food very easily, but it
Oh,
was still
wow.
very good. Um, oh no, what have you done? 35 years gone.
Must have been one good burger, to tempt him that much.
uh,
It was probably worth it.
you're crunchy? Oh my gosh, all the time. Like that I met some other Americans when I was at an American store in New Zealand and they were like, "Are you American?" And I was like, "How could you tell? Is it my accent?" And they're like, "We love it here, but what's the one food you miss?" And I'm like, "Mexican food." They're like, "Yep, you just can't get good Mexican food here in New Zealand. It's awful."
Wow. I wouldn't
Yeah,
have thought
they're
that.
just so far. Like every time my partner pronounces something, I'm like, that is not how you say that word. Like we have like these Mexican Cokes here, and I forgot what the brand is, but he'll call it like Doritos.
Oh.
And I'm like, that's not, you
What
don't
it's
say
called. Yeah.
Jorito. It's I think they're Doritos. Like anyways, it's just it's so bad.
Oh my god.
Also, I'll take any recipe anyone sends to me because I love cooking on the weekend and trying out new things.
Oh wow.
I know. I know. It's almost been
I,
3 hours. Yes, but yeah, he says Dorito. Imagine, oh my gosh, just imagine hearing that. And he's like, "Are you sure that's how you pronounce it?" And I'm like, "I'm from America. I think I know how to pronounce." Well, actually, I guess you don't have to be. You could be American and not know how to pronounce these things. But still, it's very interesting, like how far removed from Mexico we are in New Zealand. Um, that I forget that just like because we're just closer to Mexico, we just know certain things that they don't here, just like they would know certain things here that we don't in America.
yeah.
Um,
Totally.
but yeah, but this was usually Yeah, from America. Yeah. Like, I know being American doesn't mean you're gonna know certain things about Mexico, but it's you come to New Zealand, you'll be, like, amazed. It's
Wow.
crazy, the things people say here. Anyway, thanks for joining me on this 2-hour, 45-minute stream.
No, I
It
was
did not
happy to be here. It's such a vibe. Like,
I didn't mean to go this long. My streams are usually like 2 hours if I do a stream, which I hardly do, but
oh, well, I hope I didn't keep you by being like, yeah, let's do the 40-minute of that last
oh,
stream. But like, it was such a vibe. And I really feel like you're such a calming kind of like person for me to like stream with, you know? Like
yay.
honestly, I feel like this might be the most relaxed I've been on a group stream ever, like with anyone, you know, like the most
Yay.
comfortable. So
I'm so excited for next week. And then
for
we'll be
happy
joined
hour,
by Ian and I know one other person.
yeah, it's actually two. It's Ian, Sarita, and I think Carrie.
Oh, okay. This is exciting.
Yeah, I just threw it in the Discord. It was like, let's do a happy hour, guys. And
And
y'all
then
came through. I mean, I feel like it's gonna be so fun. Like,
me too, because then we don't have to worry if we're talking too long because the point is to talk. So
exactly. I feel like
I'm
it's the
very
perfect
excited.
like spot to just have, and it's just an hour. You know, we're just gonna chill and like chit chat, and I think it'll be fun. So, I will say, I am doing a vlog this week. So when we wrap up, not out, but when you wrap up, when you're ready to wrap up, can the chat like spam, you know, how they say like bye vlog or whatever, you know what I'm talking about?
Ooh,
So I
I
can
love
build, have you
that.
ever seen people do that in vlogs? Like,
Yes,
have
I
you
love
seen that?
that.
You know what I'm talking about? Because I'm totally going to copy and try and like film or whatever at the end. Oh,
Ooh, I
CK's
will
already on
drink
it.
during happy hour. It'll be like noon for me, but you know what? It's gonna be 5 o'clock somewhere, right? So,
Exactly. But well, and that's
um,
why I did it when I did it was because I was trying to think of like the time zones that we have in Discord, and I was trying to kind of like average a 5 o'clock, you know, but it's hard, you know. So, but it's
I
gonna be
like how they're
fun.
just like, "Hi, vlog." They're ready.
People
Ian
are
CK.
people are on it.
Oh my gosh, you all are so funny. But yes, give me out. I'll have to ask some suggestions what I should drink because I'm gonna make something. Anyways, but
Ooh,
yeah, thank you all for joining. Check out the description if you are not following Evelyn. Obviously, go do that. She streams
oh
twice a week and they're super fun. Love. I'm waiting for Wheel of Doom.
yes. Well, on Wheel of Doom, I don't know if I've disclosed this yet, but I'm definitely gonna do. Well, I shouldn't say definitely. I've talked to, there was a group recommended to me, right? Who someone was like, I think these people would put up with a Wheel of Doom stream, basically, would endure it. And so I reached out to one of them, and I think what I'm going to do is save it for, I'm going to do like a Wheel of Doom stream exclusively, where like all it is Wheel of Doom
Oh.
in September, and maybe keep it going through like September, October, November, here and there. Like that won't replace my regular streams, but I might sprinkle in some like Wheel of Doom groups for like November because that's a big writing month, and also just because in September, October it's like spooky season, so I feel like it's good with like you know the
Ooh.
Halloween kind of vibes and stuff, you
I
know. And I'm
like
gonna make a whole
that.
new layout. It's gonna be really dark and like spooky and yeah, intense. So
Oh yeah, we have to be there for that. And I know someone said, "What is that?" You've just got to go to the next Evelyn stream to kind of hear about it. But basically, if you haven't been to an Evelyn stream before a sprint starts, you spin the wheel, and that determines how much time. It's like a randomized amount of time that you're going to write for, and there's a little sliver that says Doom, and if that gets selected, then it goes to another wheel that will have longer amounts of time. And some people in the chat are crazy and they will say they want Doom. But yeah, that is it in a nutshell. It's a really fun time.
yeah, yeah, for sure.
But people are excited. Yes, join. It'll be so much fun.
Yeah, definitely check it
Um,
out. We have not hit it yet, and that wheel is like completely randomized. It's out of my hands, so I feel like it's only a matter of time until we do hit it on one of my regular streams. So
You are all crazy, but okay, I guess I will let you all go to bed. So now, if you haven't done it,
Yeah,
yes,
now
now is
is
the
the
time
time
for the bye
for
vlog
the
video
vibe
or
vlog.
comments. I mean,
If anyone is still around to do it. Sorry, guys. I know y'all did it before.
no, we got this. We'll all rise up. Bye vlog for the
Bye,
vlog.
guys.
There we go. Ah, hi and bye.
Oh, bye, guys. Thanks so much.
Yay. That was so much fun. Thank you all for joining. This was a fun time. Makes me want to do more streams. We shall see.
Yes, you definitely should, Ash. I mean, if you're ever nervous about streaming by yourself or whatever, because I know some people don't love doing it by themselves, like, I'll come back anytime. I had a great time.
Yay. Okay. Hit me
So
up if you want to
not to
stream.
not to invite myself back, but anytime, like, you're just so fun to stream with, genuinely.
Yay. I love that. Okay, I will officially end it here. Good night, guys.
Bye, guys.